Before I start spitting facts, I just want to clarify exactly what wasting your teen years exactly means. Because when you're a teenager, pretty much everything you do benefits you in some way because you're just trying to gain life experience. So I think wasting your teen years boils down to a few things, which is either chasing pleasure or distracting yourself. And this sucks because this is exactly what I did for 5 years, bro. Like pretty much all I would do, and this is probably how you're living right now, is I would play video games, watch YouTube at the same time, maybe eat junk food while I'm playing, and otherwise just overstimulate myself with YouTube shorts and TikTok. Like I was pretty much doing everything but what was productive, right? And so I pretty much wasted like 4 years of my life because I was just playing for 10 hours a day. I didn't even look at the sun for days on end, bro. Like if you're anything like me, your summer vacation would be what? Okay, you play video games for a few hours, you watch YouTube for a few hours, you eat junk food while talking to your friends on Discord, and you otherwise just do everything but live life. That's how distracted I was. But an analogy I'd like to share with you is that when your mother is on her deathbed, you will regret every single moment that you spent distracting yourself from what actually matters in life. Because the weird thing with distracting yourself and chasing pleasure, like when it comes to YouTube shorts, TikTok, video games, is that at the end of the day, you don't even really remember what happened, right? Like this could be your 10th video today and you don't even remember the first few. And so what exactly was the point of all of it, right? After going through this whole self-improvement journey of improving my mental health, quitting my addictions like video games, junk food, all of these sort of bad things, right? I can tell you, bro, the reason that you feel so miserable right now, like I did for so long, is because I was distracting myself from what actually matters, bro. You're distracting yourself from life. Because when you actually just sit there with your thoughts just for a few minutes, you will realize how much of a waste it has been. Like right now, you don't use social media just to stay entertained, right? You're trying to live a life through social media. You're using the parasocial relationship that comes with watching YouTube to distract yourself from living your own life. And if you're not bullshitting yourself, bro, you should realize that you're not even enjoying it half the time, right? Like when you're scrolling on YouTube shorts or something, sure, you might get a little when you see something funny, but it's not even that entertaining. It's not even nearly as entertaining as hanging out with your friends. And so not only are you wasting the most formative years of your life right now, like I was, I also didn't even enjoy it. And so that is pretty much the worst way to use your time as a teen, right? You're doing something that doesn't contribute towards your goals and you don't even enjoy it. And yet you do it every single day. Like when it comes to video games, you probably started out playing for what? Like 1 hour a day because your parents actually controlled you. But now it's evolved from 1 hour to 2 hours. Maybe 4, or for me it was 8 hours a day. Like bro, this is a drug, this is a substance. We literally act like we're druggies nowadays, pursuing the next hit of dopamine, growing dependent on a drug. That's how alcohol addicts live, bro. But we're saying it's all right because, oh, I'm just playing with my friends, it's fine, I'm just unwinding, while you're playing a game that makes you furious every second you play it. If you're anything like me, you're probably living as if you're almost a guinea pig to these substances, right? Like, you know the guinea pigs that they supposedly have in labs that they inject with chemicals and they test out their drugs on? That's pretty much how you're living right now. That's pretty much how I live. Because they're feeding us this conveyor belt of dopamine and pleasure in order to hook us to their service, like social media, video games. And so I really hope that you actually take a second to just reflect on the fact that you're not even in control of yourself right now. When we go on Chrome and we just hit Y and enter like it's muscle memory, we're doing it because we're trying to find a way to escape life. We're distracting ourselves from what really matters, because it feels better to just sit there and watch YouTube, right? When it comes to video games, like you might say, oh, I play it because my friends are playing it. And I had this excuse, and I had the same excuse for so long, but after quitting them, I found that you could just hang out with those people in real life, like soccer. And if you say like, oh, but they don't want to do that, they just want to stay there and play video games, well, your friends are probably losers then, bro. Like, it's not really that big of a loss if they don't have anything to do other than play video games all day. And this is coming from a guy who played video games for hours every single day, whose whole entire life revolved around video games. I'm telling you, bro, looking back, it's all just a waste of time. It's all just a distraction from what truly matters, bro. Like nowadays, we're literally defending the substances, the drugs, the social media that we know is bad for us. Like, you know deep down, watching hours of YouTube shorts or reels every single day isn't good for you, right? But you're doing it because you have such an attachment to the video game, to the junk food, to the scrolling, because it makes you feel better within for a bit. It spikes your dopamine, and so you become attached to it because you're being manipulated by these skinny neck engineers to make them more money, to watch more ads, to pretty much in the end sacrifice your life so that they make a profit. That's a sad way to live, bro. And I've been through what you're going through. But there is still time. If you're a teen like me, you still have time to make a change. If you commit to working on your mental health, and if you commit to consuming content like this where I'm trying to help you out with your addictions, then you're already ahead of like 80% of teens nowadays. The bar has never been lower to surpass these people, to surpass yourself yesterday. And if you do, you won't regret it. Life got better when I stopped distracting myself with these substances around me and started just living life. I might seem so out of touch to you right now, but I genuinely think that after quitting it, life just gets better than video games. I feel happy enough where I don't need video games. I don't need reels to make me happy. Sure, every now and then, let's say like my friends are over there and they're watching it, I might go ahead and watch it with them. Why not? But when you get to the point where you're able to free yourself from the burden of addiction, you just look back and just see how pathetic you were. You're never gonna get back this time, bro. This is the one time that we're teens, that we don't have these responsibilities that you see all the miserable adults have, bro. And I don't want to sound like your mother right now, but bro, it's literally just pixels on a screen. You can do better than this. So yeah, that's all I have for today, bro. Go down and subscribe if you found value. And as always, my name's Atharv. See you soon.